Yep, Chrisco is live. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the second episode of the Random Frequency Podcast, or rather, I should say, take two of episode 2 of the Random Frequency Podcast. I am your host, Robert, along with my co-host,
Chris.
Yeah. So, Chris, what's on your mind? What did you want to talk about tonight?
I don't know. I mean, I was going to talk about a lot of stuff. There was many interesting things that I wanted to bring up. However, it seems that there we go. I was about to say I lost the document, so I wouldn't be able to talk about any of it.
No, I see your name there.
So I'm here now. Sorry, I am here now.
All right. Well, how about you hit us with the first story for the day?
Alrighty. So this day in hold on, let me actually pull this up. I'm actually using the second screen. Might as well use it correctly. Technically, when we started this on February 17th, that's what I was doing. I guess I should switch to a new day. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's find a new day. Let's see what happened today in history.
So you're depriving our listeners of the original story to try and research a story on the episode live. Cool.
Yes, I am. We're gonna pick a random year.
Cool story, bro.
Okay, so we're gonna go with this one right here, the Avra Canada CF-105 Arrow. So began in 1957 on February 20th. So that's interesting.
What is that?
It's a delta-winged intercept aircraft, of course, built by Avro Canada.
That's wildly fascinating. If I'm honest, I preferred your first story. The original thing Chris was going to talk about was an IRA bombing.
In 1978 of the Le Mans restaurant.
But this is just a technical marvel. That's like one of those everyday miracles.
Yeah, they're not special in any way.
Well, I'd like to get into my first story of the day.
All right.
That mostly involves 2017 and some culinary abominations that were given to us by many fast food chains. So, do you have any idea? Do you have any guess about what restaurant might be at the top of this list of food abominations for 2017?
Is it Taco Bell?
You are 100% correct. It is abso-freaking-lutely Taco Bell.
Yeah, brought to you by Mashable. 2017 gave us far too many fast food abominations here, 14 of them.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about this. So we started with the Taco Bell Volcano Crispy Chicken Chips.
Yeah, if you could fry chicken in the shape of a traditional tortilla or tortilla chip, they were going to do it. They had the Volcano Crispy Chicken Chips. They also had the Naked Chicken Chalupa, and I have to admit, I ate a ton of the chicken chalupas. Don't tell my cardiologist.
Well, I'm gonna be. If I'm honest about something, didn't KFC like recently close 800 of their 900 locations in Britain because they ran out of chicken?
Yes. So actually, the story behind that is that they originally were using a distributor, a chicken distributor based out of South Africa, and they recently, in the last couple of weeks, changed to DHL, and DHL essentially muffed the punt and left them high and dry without chicken.
Oh, hi, Shinigami Eros. Greetings. Oh God, food poisoning? You mean Taco Hell? That was a delivery issue. Yes, yes, it was. However, I am reminded of a very certain episode of the Boondocks, in which they have a special chicken order.
Careful what you say now.
Well, no, they just had a very special food chicken recipe that came out, and they ran out of chicken, as you would possibly expect. Like, I remember a while back when Krispy Kreme had a special deal where they had, like, get an entire box of their regular hot donuts for, like, 79 cents or something.
Yeah, that was on their 79th birthday.
And they literally ran out within hours, and they just started giving away the regular ones. It's like, how much can you prepare for what you know is going to be
chaos,
a catastrophe of food proportions? So yeah,
absolute chaos.
Yeah.
But sweet, delicious chaos.
So yeah, so moving on, we want to look at
if you've never had a Krispy Kreme donut and you have an opportunity to try one, do it. Do it for your country. Bring a little toothpick flag of where you're from and stick it into the donut they have on the counter. I would love to see their reaction.
Yes, in fact, stick it into one of the waiters and waitresses. Just jam it in there.
So
another claim this worker for your local country.
Another culinary abomination. Popeye's Chicken thought it'd be a good idea to deep fat fry their chicken tenderloins in chocolate chip cookies.
Is that here?
Oh yeah.
Which number is it?
That's number 4 on the list, brother.
Sweet and crunchy tenders.
Yes, they fried them in cookies.
Disgusting.
Oh God!
And with
but if
smoking pepper sauce.
If you thought that was bad, it's not as bad as Burger King's Lucky Charms shake.
Because God knows you want diabetes so hard.
Oh my God! Although once again, Taco Bell doesn't disappoint at number 8 on the list, the Firecracker Burrito, where they actually put, yes, that's right, Pop Rock into the food.
No, that's cayenne popping crystals.
Oh, I apologize. Although we don't have to go through all of these, but I do have to say the one that takes the cake is the Chocoladilla, which I'm pretty sure that's a slur in Mexico City. I'm not positive, but I think it has to do with someone's Hershey Highway. But anyways, the Chocoladilla is a quesadilla with Kit Kats and chocolate sauce.
A chocoladilla.
Yeah, a chocoladilla.
Chocoladilla.
Not an armored dilly, a chocoladilla.
That is limited time only, it says down there really fine print.
I'm pretty positive that that's why the terrorists hate us.
I mean, I don't think that's why. I think it's because they hate the freedom to create the chocoladilla, not specifically the chocoladilla.
Although, this deserves a special mention. Tim Hortons, the famous Canadian breakfast joint, they have a buffalo chicken wing flavored latte.
That's purely disgusting.
Thank you, and good night.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much that story done. Where as far as the disgusting foods, I did think of something rather interesting.
Did you?
When the last time that we were talking about this, and it never worked out because I forgot to record anything. It was the Saturday morning breakfast cereal for the various. A buffalo soup once. Ew.
Nasty. Gross.
It'd be really strong. The SMBC for thematic novelty ice creams. So they had mint chocolate volcano, cookie dough hurricane, peanut butter catastrophe, the pistachio killing fields.
Pull it up on your screen. Hey, there.
And the brownie chunk crucifixion. It's not loading right here, and I have no idea why.
No, it is. We got it.
No, I mean, like, there's literally supposed to be part of an image up here, and it's just not showing up. So,
okay, well,
whatever happens, it's just, it's fine. I don't care. I don't hurt inside.
Oh, God almighty. The pistachio killing fields. Pol Pot approved. Oh, my God.
The only description of kickin' buffalo soup is pugnant.
As in repugnant.
I think it's just the original pugnant. I believe that all repugnant after that is just hearkening back to the original pugnant, which is that soup.
All right, we got to move on a little bit. So, Chris, when you think, you want to talk about that one? Okay, we can talk about that one. I think
you're skipping one, yeah.
Well, I was choosing to skip it, but now we'll talk about it since everybody knows it's being skipped. So, so Solo, a Star Wars story, premieres at the Super Bowl now weeks ago. So everybody's had a time to kind of, marinate on it. And it's time for me to pile on again. This movie looks like hot garbage. It's gone through 2 directors, 3 reshoots, and a lead actor who neither looks nor sounds like Harrison Ford.
Yeah, it's disappointing in all single possible ways, especially the fact that they held back till doing this trailer, a month before the film releases?
Oh, yeah. It's unheard of. We had not seen one bit of footage, but this...
it is heard of, and the only other film that that's done it that close is the Cloverfield movie that also trailered and was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, but people will still go watch that, just like they'll go watch Solo, a Star Wars story. It looks so bad. And I'm sorry, Donald Glover is not Lando Calrissian. I just it kind of it mucks about with the timeline, but Disney doesn't care anything about that. But I'll tell you what, Disney's in some trouble, man. They spent $4 billion purchasing Lucasfilm, and they have not recouped that money yet. They have a long ways to go to do that.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
Not to mention, everybody I'm sure has seen the videos all over YouTube, but like toy shelves are full of Star Wars merchandise. I mean, you and I, we grew up on Star Wars. We loved the movies. You and I got the cross-section books that explained how the ships worked and all the universes. And I don't know if you read any of the novels or graphic novels, but I sure as heck did.
Oh, that person just probably posted your favorite thing, Robert. Solo is just Firefly made by a shitty producer.
Oh, well, I don't want. I mean, yes, you're correct. But we don't need to get into Firefly.
Robert does not like Firefly
because it's been done before and better. Quite frankly, a lot better. So
yes, I mean that's pretty much it. He just doesn't like it. I think it's okay.
Like if I want Space Cowboys, I'll go watch Cowboy Bebop or Farscape. That's a good outlet for either of those. But not Firefly. I will say, like, it's easy for Firefly to be pure in your head because there's only like 8 episodes, and so it's like there wasn't enough for it to be crappy. If that makes some sense.
Are you saying that you either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing that
I'd rather you not fuck keyboards. In fact. I would prefer that you keep your keyboard nice and, chaste. You speak heresy.
Yeah.
Or hearsay, depending on how it's spelled.
It's an opinion. That's my opinion. I feel very strongly about it. People can enjoy the show. That's totally fine. But the good news is there will never be any more ever. So we're both happy.
What's that sound? The sound of crackling kindling? That's the flame war you've just fucking started.
But anyways, moving on. In a more upsetting move that also happened during the Super Bowl, the speech by none other than Martin Luther King Jr., the Drum Major Instinct speech, was used to sell Dodge trucks. I kid you not. I absolutely kid you not.
Because for the longest time, his like some of his family, not all of them obviously, but some of his family have just been sitting there trying to make money off of all of his speeches by suing anyone who dares use his dream speech. I have a dream. And use it in a way that's progressive and forward, and it advocates for racial getting along things. But they want nothing but money, and so this just goes hand in hand with that. This is just selling out. This is selling out Martin Luther King for a truck brand, which. Let's be honest here. They lost the Cummins license, so the Cummins license can now be bought by Toyota and Nissan. So they no longer have the Cummins based in the Dodge truck. So why the fuck are you buying a Dodge truck?
So here's my question. So yeah, also they do it in February, which is Black History Month. So that compounds things a little bit there. But I just how should I say this? When I think big purchasers of trucks, do you think of the inner cities or the urban city centers where predominantly African Americans live? Is that something that comes to mind for you, Chris?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah.
Their demographic are really going to be rednecks.
I guess I don't know.
I can say that because my lineage.
You come from a long line of proud rednecks.
Yes, so I can say redneck. So yeah, no, I mean that's who your primary truck buyer is going to be. It's not moving anyone to buy trucks anyway. Like, what is Martin Luther King's speech attached to something going to sell? What are you going to do? Attach it to Pantene Pro V? It's not going to move product.
Here's what it sells. It sells virtue signaling. It sells an opportunity for those who be like, I support this idea of unity, but it's the wrong product, wrong time. It's really, I don't know. Take your pick. Moving on. Next story.
So our next story here is okay. So this is a long one. So I was searching through some various films that came out, just trying to look for some content, and I saw that the Sonic movie, which I'm sure some people are really excited about, and some people are dreading.
Hold on. There is a Sonic movie?
Yes, there's a Sonic movie slated for 2019. It was switched to Paramount last year from its prior holding. This comes to you from VG 24/7. And Pictures now handing the CGI live-action Sonic the Hedgehog film. So if you remember and really enjoyed Space Jam, prepare to see Space Jam with a million different flavors of disappointment.
So is Sonic going to give a hot chick his chili dog, if you know what I mean?
Probably, if everybody remembers Sonic 06.
Yeah. Well, I think most of us would rather forget Sonic 06.
You cannot forget what cannot be forgotten.
Here's what I want to know. And so let me say this too. I loved Sonic growing up. I liked it 2D, and I even liked Sonic Adventure Battle 2. But the fact of the matter is like Sonic as a license, it's like it's all that Sega has. It's the license that won't die. They're like, dear God, please.
What's the only thing they have left?
It makes me wonder, like, who's screaming for a Sonic movie? Like, I don't know anybody screaming for a Super Mario movie.
I don't exactly know how that would be any better than what it already is.
I would say I would watch a Banjo-Kazooie movie. The only problem is that they don't speak. They just kind of go,
Dead May Never Die. I have no idea.
What's that?
What is Dead May Never Die? Sounds like a really cheesy zombie
I feel like I need to find a picture of Chris the Hedgehog.
Let's not.
Hey, kids at home, if you want to have a fun time,
look up your name and then the hedgehog, and then feel shame. Okay, so...
Oh, God. Oh, no. It has tits.
Okay, so we're going to stop there. But anyway, one of the things that's interesting about this is it has two producers who are interesting. You have Tim Miller, who directed Deadpool.
Yep.
And then you have the Fast and Furious producer, Neil Moritz. Now, if you were a Fast and Furious fan, which... Okay.
You're a Fast and Furious fan.
I know. I don't know how much crossover we have with our channel, but you will actually know this guy. Neil Moritz was actually did a cameo in Fast and Furious. He was the Ferrari guy who said one of the most cringy lines in film history. I'm not kidding.
Deliver it to us. Deliver it to us.
The delivery is, hey, bud, nice car. What's it worth? More than you can afford, pal. Ferrari.
Jeez. What an ass.
It's the most cringy thing. Well, of course they stomp him. That's the whole point. But it's the most cringy thing, and it is actually, I would say, worse than any line delivery in Birdemic. It really is. It's so painful. It hurts to my bones how badly it is, especially because the rest of the movie is just like most of it's just It's really car focused, but it's mostly and then this one thing happens that's so terrible, it blows it all apart. So there's that. I just thought that was really interesting. Yeah. So you want to talk about our next thing, since you're such a big fan of what this is?
No, that is totally not my story. That is all you.
We didn't really pace these out very well. We should have gone back and forth.
Oh, you, Ombre. Wow.
Okay. So the first one is that if you are interested in cars and understood exactly what I was just talking about, then you will know that the Subaru STI was slated to be discontinued. But Subaru has said that they have a replacement. So don't worry. It's not the end of the world. They're going to replace it with something. Most likely something terrible, especially because the next Subaru WRX in 2020 is, as a driver's car, is going to be hybrid powered. And in here, it actually says our customers' lifestyles are changing and we respond to that nonsense.
You know what? But when I think of like
autonomous driving, so it's going to be a self-driving hybrid straight four. A WRX that has a inline-4 hybrid self-driving. That's...
You know what? We're making fun, but I would say that Subaru actually knows their client base pretty darn well. Because when I think of like, hippy dippy, super crunchy, trustafarian, virtue signaling, like I buy this car because it's good for the environment stuff, who do I think of but Subaru drivers, followed closely by Prius drivers?
I think what you're meaning to say is the lesbian battle wagons of the North.
You said it, not me.
I can say that. I'm a redneck. Or I have redneck lineage. Let's put it that way.
All right.
I'm culturally insensitive, so I can say that.
I want to give you your Christmas gift early. So would you click on that next link just a little bit down below some of the No, not that. Not those.
This?
You know the one. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and just do the image because there's no reason to pull up the whole web page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Merry Christmas, buddy. Now, if I buy this for you, you have to wear it on the podcast.
No.
The requirement, yes, absolutely.
I will burn it while wearing it before I wear it on the podcast.
You know what? I want you to present this to your wife one day on your wedding night and tell
her. Talk about how upsetting it is.
Tell her you want to take a trip to Flavortown.
Can we talk about how upsetting it is that his beard is the pubes?
Yes.
It's just that's kind of wrong.
Upsetting or erotic.
And or demonetized. I can't wait for this to be flagged and for our channel to just be removed. But whatever, doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
So, that was also something that I thought was rather fun. So this is the back end to the Subaru, the new Subaru Viveco, whatever. It's going to be the WRX.
Is that a miniature, or is that the actual car on this like crazy contraption here?
The latter. It's on a crazy contraption. I don't know why, but they just decided to show it off that way. Now I want you to look at the slope, the back end, those tail lights specifically, and then I want you to look at the Honda Civic.
Huh. Interesting.
Better A, better B. Yeah.
There's no original idea.
Yeah, WRX Super definitely knows their clientele.
All right.
Civic owners.
Scary, scary. All right. Well, Todd Rogers, one of a couple top score holders for classic Atari titles, has found out to be a cheater.
A massive, dirty, lying cheater. And
how exactly was he caught?
We'll just bring this to you by eBombs World. Say hello to eBombs World. He was caught after, well, in the image in the background, Dragster. He posted a time for an Atari game called Dragster of 5 seconds and 5.51 seconds. Technically 5.5, yeah, whatever. So anyway, somebody who knew the game a little better started trying it out and realized that he couldn't get faster than a 5.4. That was supposed to be the technical time by the designers. The people actually made the game said you couldn't beat 5.54. Somebody went into the hardware and actually started doing tests with it and found out that it's impossible to actually get a 5.54. The hardware is limited to the point where you can only get a 5.57. It's physically impossible to get a 5.51. No matter what you do, you cannot do it. And this is a kind of a list of all of his high scores. And some of them are impossible because as soon as I started going through them, I started noticing these really weird ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can find some of these. There's one called Wabbit in here that he posted a time of 1388. I mean, not a time, a score of 1,388. But you can only get a max of 1,300 before the game literally locks you out. So there's no way to get that. But he posted it. Well, it ends up that how he got away with this is that he had a friend who worked at the same company he did, Twin Galaxies, that was in charge of scores. And he got his friend to authorize all of these fake scores. His friend is currently in prison for pederasty. Not just pedophilia, but apparently pederasty. So the actual touchings and, physical assaultings of children.
Yeah.
So good good job, all for
Did you hear about Billy Mitchell and Donkey Kong?
No.
Yeah, so Billy Mitchell, the documentary King of Kong. It came to light that he had been using an emulator for his world record run.
Lol.
And lied about it. And the way they caught him is that the way the screen loads when you slow it down. So when you take the recording and you slow it down, the screen loads like the emulator, not like an actual arcade cabinet.
Interesting. That is actually really interesting.
He still denies it.
Todd Rogers still denies it. Todd Rogers still says that he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, well, so did Hitler, but we know how that turned out.
I don't think Hitler said that. I think that was a different kind of didn't do anything wrong. I feel like Hitler admits to it and says that the act itself is nothing wrong. To be fair.
That's what I'm saying. He said he didn't do anything wrong.
Yes. Okay, so moving on past the dirty little cheaters whose hands are still light.
I feel like only I brought some stupid shit for us to talk about this week. But
I don't think I could go past that stupid shit. I don't think I could bring anything higher.
Pull it up, and I want to read the tagline there. There we go. All right. Tom Brady here looks like a single divorced mother who just won full custody of her kids and is leaving the courtroom.
We went over this, and this is a woman's jacket. I just can't get past it. It is a woman's jacket. There's no way that he got this from the men's section at any place.
Yeah. No, I mean the first time I saw so my wife
curves, those wide birthing hips, those low but tall shoulders,
firm but commanding presence. No. So my wife Brie actually shared this with me. You're not going to find this one on ESPN, but this has got, it's like he went into his wife's closet, Giselle, with the lights off and started getting dressed. And notice the full-on turtleneck, not a mock turtleneck, an honest to God, unironically worn turtleneck.
Now, the wireless headphones right there, the wireless earbuds, don't actually prevent him from looking like a librarian because they look like the straps that you hold around your glasses.
Yeah, they really do.
So that makes it even worse. And we're not going... Should we talk about the fact that he's holding a purse, a man bag?
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
You can just barely see the edges of it.
Yes. He's just a fimmy man who's got a butt chin.
You know what I learned here, kids? Don't marry supermodels.
Last place says nice jacket.
Oh my God.
That is a female's jacket. There is no doubting that in my mind.
Oh jeez. So I don't know where else we go from here.
Straight downhill.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you for everyone who is here watching and listening. We're going to try and be better about this, but we're just going to do Random Frequency as a live stream because it's more fun that way.
Yes.
And also there's less likely a chance for recordings to not record. And, we're tired and things happen. So it's idiot proof and we're the idiots.
Well, if it was idiot proof, then we wouldn't be here.
So I will say, you can always follow us on Twitter at CriscoCast. If you use Twitter, please, by all means, follow us there. You can also check us out on our Facebook page at Chrisco Industries. This podcast is currently just streaming through YouTube. We don't have it listed with Google Play or iTunes, but if y'all like it and there's an audience for it, then we may invest in the server space at some point. But on that note, I will say, if you like the content that we have here on the channel and you want to support us and you'd like to have access to some content before other people get it, as well as some things that we would just do it, please consider supporting our channel at patreon.com/Crisco Industries. For just a couple cents a day, you could do a lot to support the channel. Even $1 a month is $12 a year, and that helps cover a lot of our server costs and some of our editing costs with Premiere. So do you have anything else that you'd like to add or say, Chris?
Nope, just nothing beyond see y'all folks next time.
Any streams coming up that we can hint at? Any Let's Play stuff we can talk about?
No, not yet.
All right. Well, everybody,
actually figure out what we're doing.
Thanks for listening. So for Chris, I'm Robert. This has been the Random Frequency Podcast, and we will see y'all next week. Bye-bye.